Hi guys, my name is Umair and you are watching Umair's workshop. Today we are going to make a wiring and internal setting of STC-3018. This is a temperature controller for the incubator or anything else. So first of all we have to give a wiring power for this, which is here at 1 and 2, and whatever we have to relay like a heater is over here. So first of all we have to make a connection for the power, which is simply one wire with the 2-pin plug. It is 220, that's why we are doing a 220 wiring. And after that we have this sensor, which if it doesn't come with attached, you have to attach it over here. It is for the temperature sensor. Now we have to turn it on. Now we have to do the wiring. First we will show you the simple wiring which anyone can make and understand, which is this one. A wire on the one side is a female 2-pin plug and other side is a male 2-pin plug, and there is a wire attached to both of them, and we have to simply cut one wire from these two wires and you will get two wires from one wire, black. Okay, then we have to connect these two wires in here like this, and we can connect it to the 2-pin power plug, and this will turn on and off anything you want. And the second is the complex one, which we have to understand. We have to take a one bulb holder and there are two wires coming out, so we have to connect one wire in the exactly in the black to black over here like this, together connected in one socket like this. So bulb's one wire is going to connect it in the same position where we giving the power to the controller. So we have to join them together like this. And place it in the exact same position over here. So this bulb wire, heater wire, one wire is directly connected to the power like a neutral, and the second wire will be connected over here in this relay connection. The bulbs or heaters, one wire is connected to the neutral exactly at the same position as we are giving power to the controller, and the second wire, which is supposed to be live wire, is placed in here. Now we have to make a jumper from here to here, so it will connect the complete the circuit, and it will only turn on and off by this controller. So we have to make a jumper around these 2 points. So I have this small jumper wire. I'm gonna connect this live wire together. And we have to connect this other point into this, so it will complete the live. Okay, so again the live wire is coming over here, then going back into this direct connection, but there is a relay which is not connected, so it will not turn on until it gives a connection, then it will turn on. The live neutral wire is directly connected and there is no any kind of cutout. Are you So it should be working right now. Otherwise I have make a simple wiring in the previous video, you can find in the description for the simple wiring. Over here this one is very simple, or otherwise it is also simple, but you have to understand. The reason of this wiring is to connect all the things with this one plug, so we don't have to plug two wires, and it is compact size wiring. So now we have to turn it on by plugging it into the 220. Now we have to understand how it works. On this screen it is showing the set temperature we have set, and this is the live wiring which is counting from this sensor over here. It is showing live temperature right now. So for to understand this, we have to see there are 4 buttons over here. These 4 buttons have different settings. If you want to turn off it, we have to press this button for a long time and it will turn off entirely, which is on and off button, but there is nothing written over here. It is written only 2. On this button, if we press this for a long time, it will turn from Celsius to Fahrenheit on both screens. And this button doesn't do anything. Okay, so if we have to set this temperature, we have to press one time this button and it is showing blinking. When it's blinking, then it can be changed by these buttons 1 and 2 on the right side. So what if I want to set it on the 37.8? Then I left it blinking and then it will set. So it was previously 38, now it is 37.8. So that's how we set the time temperature. For internal setting, we have to keep pressing this button over here, and we will enter into the internal setting. Over here, this is the internal setting structure. Over here on the P0 it is heating and cooling, on the P1 it is difference, and P2 is upper limit alarm, and P3 is lower limit alarm. P4 is for the calibration, and P5 is the waiting time in minutes. And if you want to change the Fahrenheit to Celsius, that's on the P6, but we can also do that from this button as well. So according to this setting, if we go into the setting, we are not getting P but we are getting F's like a function. This P is for the programming and F4 is the function. So if we again go back, we have to do the things quickly, otherwise it will turn on and off. So if we go into the F1 and then press the set button again, it is blinking. It is asking you want heating or you want cooling. So on the F0, if I press the C, it is going on the cooling for the fan, and on the H it is for the heating. After that we have set and then go downside, it is F1 which is the difference. So if I want it to work under one difference, like I have set 38 Celsius, then it will go to 37 Celsius, then it will turn on again. On 38 it will turn off and 37 is turned on. If I make it to the two difference, then it will go 36, then it will turn on until 38. So I have set it to the 1 degree difference and set it. On the P2 we have upper limit alarm, it's at 39, which is good. If the temperature raises on 39 Celsius or 38 Celsius, it will stop working. So it is a good thing to as a upper limit alarm, upper limit heating stopper at the second thing. On the F3 we have lower limit alarm, it goes to 15, it will also stop working or do the alarm. So we will see if it alarms or not, if there is any kind of alarm system in it. On the F4 we have calibration. So what if first of all we have to see the live wiring, live reading, then we'll see the calibration to understand. It is showing 31.2 and I am not satisfied with it, so I will calibrate it with the more advanced temperature. So I will go into the P4 and set increase or decrease the live reading function over here. I will set it to the and it will go back and show the exact two I have set increased over here. So it is, if it is showing error or lower or higher than other temperatures, then I can calibrate it with that P4 function. So I will go back on the P4 and turn it to the 0, for it is factory setting, original setting. On the P5 we have waiting time, like if you want to turn it on after 1 minute, then I will place 1 minute, then when the next time it will turn on, it will wait for 1 minute, then it will turn on. So let's check it. So it is working, but it is not turning on the heat source. It will wait for 1 minute, then it will turn on. It is for the safety of the fridge, compressor or anything which we want. We don't want that to surge in volts when started. So for on the F5 we will turn it on to 0, so it will start working that way. So it is F6 exactly, which is mean Celsius or Fahrenheit. So it is showing Fahrenheit, now it is showing Celsius, which we can also set from the outside from here, this button. And now it is completed of the wiring. Now we have to check if we have set it completely without error. I am setting the temperature to 38 and the difference we have given is 1 degree. So I'm gonna heat this thing as it should be in normal circumstances. So it goes over the temperature limit and it is giving error sound as you can hear. Now on when it goes under the 39, it stop giving error. Now it is going on 37 and it turned on back. When it reaches back to 38, it will turn off. On the 37, it will turn on. So that's how it will work between 1 degree difference. So if you like this wiring and internal setting, please like, share and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye.